Welcome back. You're now watching the lifestyle segment of the weekend show brought to you by HoloCrunch.
Crunchy, yummy
Yum.
goodness.
In fact, HoloCrunch really, I'm looking forward to this Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
Because this is my time where I give myself permission to
We didn't wear the red hats today.
Which one?
The Christmas
we
hats.
did. Well, next weekend is actually Christmas, right? Or the day after
we need
Christmas.
to usher in the Christmas spirit.
I know.
Look for something red on the end, so that's for Christmas. Your
Little,
nails, perhaps.
my nails.
But what's HoloCrunch doing for us this Christmas?
That's all the Christmas spirit they're getting. But I'm so excited to be eating HoloCrunch this Christmas, because as you've seen and as we agreed, stayed away from sugar and all those. But like this Christmas holiday, I'm going to indulge.
Are you?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
Your discipline this year was just
out of this world. But
so.
I will indulge just a bit, just to treat myself for such,
I think you should. It's been a long year.
and exhausting year. Yes, it has been. And a lot of people will be celebrating Christmas on a budget this year, which is what we'll be talking about. As we all know, Christmas is an annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, observed primarily on December 25th as a religious and cultural celebration among the billions of people across the world. On today's program, we'll be discussing how we could still enjoy Christmas, but on a budget. Joining us to discuss this, we have
Fisayo Bello, award-winning travel blogger and founder of TravCP. We also have Emmanuel Zamfara Benedict, the general manager of Miango Rest Home. And finally, Winfrey Daniel Okolo. She's a brand ambassador for the Kapan Tropicana Beach Forest and River Resorts. All join us virtually.
welcome everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Fisayo, can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning.
Good
Can you?
morning. Yes, we can hear you now. Winifred, let's start with you. Let's make sure your audio is working perfectly. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I'll start with you. So tell me, for those who are watching today and wondering, 2020 has been a long, exhausting year, but now it's time for the holidays. They still want to celebrate. How can they jaye? How can they celebrate but on a budget, given the fact, the COVID-19 pandemic threw everyone off, the economic buoyance that people expected for 2020, most people weren't able to achieve. But how can they still celebrate and meet up to expectations of their family members and their loved ones, but on a budget this Christmas?
I'll simply say they should come to like Campaign Tropicana. Easy, okay? And why I'll say that is because out here we have so much happening, so much going on as regards activities. I mean, we have a beach here, we have we have a resort where you can actually lodge overnight. We have, and there's so much you can get on a very reasonable budget, right? I mean, everybody understands what's happening, what's going on. I mean, with the situation. So travel is not even advised and all of that. So people are literally staying home or staying indoors, right? So the idea is to have this amazing Christmas season with your family members and your friends, if you like, in a very controlled, sanitized environment, right? And like Empire Tropicana literally gives you all of that. So you can literally come here and with a very reasonable budget. I mean, the gate fee is something that's like you can easily pay. And then coming in there, you have activities, you get to enjoy African finesse. You get to enjoy the culture of the people. You get to enjoy the season, the festival. And there's so much happening out here.
Fisayo, so Dirty December has been cancelled. The Lagos State government has banned events, concerts, and even religious activities, which I agree to. The numbers have spiked. I saw over 1,000 people tested positive just this week in one day. And so COVID-19 is real. And like we say, COVID is still out there. The travel industry has been hit majorly. But for travel bloggers like you, you've highlighted African and Nigerian places where people can visit. So besides just Lagos, what other activities do you feel people who are interested in tourism and travel type things, what other activities do you think they should be involved in this Christmas, Fisayo?
I thank you once again for having me. So yes, what you say is right, and the impact of the pandemic on the industry has actually been well felt. In fact, the report by the UNWTO shares that right now we are back to where we were in the 1990s. We have, declined in terms of international tourist arrivals and all of that by 72%. Um, so in terms of where tourists can visit, I mean, you can go hiking at Adoa Hills in Oyo State, and this is something that is totally pandemic free because you can go on your own, you can go with your family and friends. You don't have to go with a large group of people as far as you know where you go to. And I have created guides on my blog for interested tourists looking to navigate how to visit Adoawaye, which is in Lagos State. By the way, one interesting fact about Adoawaye is that it has one of the major two suspended lakes in the world. We have those two suspended lakes in the world, and one is in Oyo State. So you can, channel your adventure spirits and go hiking on the hills in Adoawaye in Oyo State. You can also go to Bulukatu Ranch. I know they've been having a lot of deals right now this period, and it's an amazing destination for honeymoon, any kind of vacation you want. I believe it's abroad in Nigeria, if you will. Even here in Lagos, there's been a number of resorts. We currently, at Trav CP, we connect tourists to tourist destinations and tour guides. And I can tell you that in Lagos, about 80% of all the resorts in Lagos are fully booked. So that also lets you know that people are really interested in exploring and having fun this December.
Emmanuel, let me bring you in here. I recently found out actually that there's this culture of saving throughout the entire year just to splurge during Christmas.
I was just about to ask Fisayo that question.
I never really knew that was a thing. So, Emmanuel, I don't know if you could speak to us more about this. What brought about that culture of saving throughout the year to splurge during Christmas? Why do people engage in that? And do you believe that people will be engaging in that this year, 2020, knowing how peculiar of a time we're living in? Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me here. People serve to... I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go on, Emmanuel. We can hear you.
Yeah, it's difficult. Nigerians don't really have the culture of saving, especially for holiday. But I recently found out that people have been saving, for holiday with their families, particularly where I am managing Miango Rest Home. We have lots and lots of families trooping to spend Christmas with us. It will interest you to know that this place is already full, and we have families on a waiting list just to spend Christmas with us. So families coming together, to spend Christmas together, to fellowship together, I think it's an interesting thing. And so people are always looking forward every year to come together to spend Christmas. And I think that's one of the reasons, for people looking forward to, save to, for holidays.
I'm going to bring Winfrey back. Hi, Winfrey. So you've said so many great stuff about La Campagna Tropicana, but besides that, a lot of Christmas is that family time where families come together and bond and do things together. What other suggestions do you have for families, especially in a year where inflation has increased, price of every single thing has gone higher? What activities do you think families should do together to spend time this Christmas, especially on a budget?
On a budget, that's aside coming to like a pint of candy, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so
Can we just mention we're sending you the bill after this?
not a problem. I'm sure we could work something out. We're flexible like that. But then again, okay, so personally, I'll come from a personal point of view, right? I mean, we know a lot has been happening in the world. A lot is still happening. I mean, not too long ago, we are talking about the second wave coming back. So in the end, everybody's still trying to stay safe and make sure that, I mean, stay away from getting or contracting the virus, right? So, I mean, Christmas on a budget for me typically will be indoors, home cooking, and I mean, great people around. When I say great people, I mean people that you're sure of, family members, right? That you know, all right? Because we want to stay, like you want to, for instance, now with a family of four, like a lot. I know Nigeria, we have the Nigerians, we always want to go out, we always want to have fun and all of that. But then again, we don't necessarily imbibe the fact that you can literally have fun at home, right? So for me, Christmas on a budget would be a nice, properly amazing home cooked meal, right? With a nice, lovely Christmas movie. And I mean, also, we can also have like in-house games and just different things that we can come up with, just so we're just making sure that we're safe, we're indoors, we're social distancing. I mean, I live in Lagos and our governor literally shut down a number of places. I got the memo, I mean, last night and all of that. So everybody's still trying to stay safe, but at the same time, we still want to have fun. So we can literally just have a Christmas carol at home, listen to amazing Christmas songs, share our experiences over the years or even for 2020 alone. I mean, we had a lot happen this year. So yeah, for me, indoor time is amazing. And then come to like a final. We can have all of that in-house.
Awesome. Emmanuel, let's get your final words as we wrap up the conversation. So again, still with Christmas on a budget, some people are listening to this and saying, okay, this is all well and good. The prices you're calling, yes, it sounds affordable. We're talking about a resort here in Abuja.
Yes.
That's about 35 to 100
and 60,000
and 60,000, you know, per night to
Yes.
stay in the resort. The reality is that the majority of Nigerians still cannot afford that. So for the people who are on a very restricted budget, let's say 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira, what are some things that they could do? What are some creative ways that they could still enjoy the holiday? Because this holiday is for everybody to enjoy, irrespective of your social stratification. So how can everybody enjoy this holiday with a more limited budget than those of us talking here on the program today?
Yeah, it's quite difficult, you know, having looking at the economic situation of this country. People can enjoy Christmas with the little they have. They can go on hiking. They can go, you know, just like one of my respondents has said, you can just enjoy Christmas in the comfort of your room with the little you have. But I tell you, you can visit Miango Rest Home. Miango Rest Home is one of the places that you can, with a very little budget, you can have a wonderful experience. You can have a wonderful Christmas with us. You can try that with us. Thank you.
Okay. What about Fisayo? So I've heard hiking. I've heard there are several places you could go to, but there's also the case of insecurity in the country, which we'll also be speaking about later on this show. What travel advisory do you have for people on how to be security conscious this Christmas as people travel and go to touristy places?
Okay, thank you. So what I would say is whenever you want to visit a particular destination, always do your research, ask for locals, research and connect to people through social media. If perhaps you have never been to Calabar before, reach out to travel bloggers on Instagram, on YouTube or whatnot, ask questions and ask them to give you directions. And that's one thing we also do. Like I said, we connect tourists to tour guides and give you information, do a lot of research and help you based on your budget. So ask questions, do your research, and that should help you. Once you do that, then yeah, you're good to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. We will be sending all three of you your bills because I heard all the name dropping. You people didn't pay us any money. But do have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a happy holidays to all of you. We wish you the best. Please do stay safe